What's up, everybody? Welcome to the 40 Time Podcast. I'm sitting here with Major Barnes. He's really like my nephew. He's one of the founders of Young Hustle. He is a 3-sport athlete. I've been knowing Major damn near his whole life. And it's just a pleasure to have him here sitting with me so the world can see how articulate he is and see how well-rounded of a young man that he is. What's up, Major?
What's up?
You got it, man. Look, we were just talking off the camera. I can't put what we was talking about on camera because it's more war talk and just getting him ready for the season. But, you know, I sit back and I think about just you last year, right? You know, you started out the season, you started out in the summer working out only with the JV team.
Yeah.
You know, it was almost like you were kind of disgruntled because your homeboys is all on the varsity. You get what I'm saying? You watching Steph, you watching Donovan, you watching all these dudes, you know, be with the varsity. And it was like, in the beginning of the summer, it was just like, not that you didn't care, but it was just like, hey, man, I'm going to be on JV. But you know I wasn't having that. You know what I mean? You know I stayed on you. And it was like you accepted it. I mean, we know your pops, Mo Barnes. Shout out to my man, Mo. We know that all I got to do is just say, well, like I've been since you've been a kid, I'm going to call your dad. And you would just literally be like, wait, what? Why you got to bring him into it? You get what I'm saying? So it was just good to watch, you know, and I would talk to your dad on the phone. I would talk to Coach Spence. And I remember it was just more about your size, right? And I'm just thinking like, you know, we're talking about your size, and I think you were like 135 last year. And your dad's like, man, I'm cooking him turkey knuckles, and I'm cooking him. You know, your dad is like, I'm cooking him all this food. He won't eat it. And I'm just like, y'all relax. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, and they just like, man, he got to get bigger. He got to get bigger. And then I tell him like, look, I was 140 pounds going into my freshman year at Michigan State, and I played. And my size never was a problem for me, and it never kept me off the field. Yeah. And it was like, I'm not going to say they had a light bulb moment, but it was like, oh, you was 140? I remember Coach Spence, we had a talk, and then like later on in the day, he was like, 40, you was really like 140? I'm like, I really was 140. You know what I mean? And it was like, and I said it to your dad, I just said like, to me, I feel like Major is one of the most natural DBs that we have. And if he just shows up like he wants to fight at practice, he'll be able to move up a lot faster than he thinks. Let's fast forward to the season. You start the season. You get what I'm saying? Like, and you had a great season. I'm proud of you, dude, because you, Steph, Donovan, Austin, you guys were thrown in the fire way earlier than most people, like, and it was like we didn't have nobody else, so you had to fight through it, and just the resilience that you showed through minor mistakes that you would make, like, you know what I mean, like, but you always play hard, and that's all I'm looking at. I'm looking at how you respond when you're up, how you respond when you're down, and I just want to take the time to show in front of everybody to say I'm proud of you, and I can't wait for your junior year, and I'm glad that I get to sit and talk to you.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about balance in multiple sports. You're a 3-sport athlete, football, basketball, and track. How do you manage your time and stay committed to all 3 throughout the year?
I think it comes with just like training, like not like all the sports all the time, but like having like a balance in like, especially when I'm playing like basketball, and then like my football movements won't be like as precise. It just like staying in that mode no matter what season I'm in. Like if I'm playing football, like keep my jumper right. Man. Like some days I'm going to the gym, putting up shots while I'm still like playing football. Just
you mean you said some days, or you mean most days?
Most days, yeah, most days.
I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just messing with you because you put in work almost every morning.
And then like even if I'm doing hurdles, like I'm still gonna be in the gym, still gonna be working on my breaks, my technique, like no matter what. And then just like not trying to wear myself out, but keep myself like on like the uprise, like staying hungry. Yeah,
no doubt. And I see that. And you know, your dad does a excellent job of always. And I don't even know if you see it half the time. But when you in the morning workouts, and you in there, and I know you like, man, I got football practice, I got school. But when you putting up them jumpers, man, like you're an inspiration to me. Like you helped me get in the gym. You get what I'm saying? Like I literally, it's been days where I just wanted to take a day off, and I'm like, your dad posts that getting up jumpers. You get what I'm saying? It's like, that's motivation for me. So keep that up. You get what I'm saying? And really, I hate to say it like this, you have no other choice. You have to keep it up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I just appreciate you always being the examples. Like, so for my son Aiden, Aiden is a great 3-sport athlete, but he's understanding now that when it's football season, you got to keep your jumper right, because if you only work on your jumper during basketball, you're going to take half the year just trying to get your jumper together. You know, if you're only focusing on track in track season, then it's a big chance that you're going to end up with an injury. It's going to be a big chance that you don't keep breaking those times and getting those personal records like you constantly do.
Yeah.
I'm just proud of you, man. I'm going to say it a lot throughout this.
Thank you.
Because I met you when you were 5, 6 years old. You know, Mike Noble had y'all at 5 or 6 years old, probably had better handles than half the high school kids in the state of Michigan. You get what I'm saying? So it's like Noble really helped shape y'all at a young age on being trained athletes. And then when you take your dad taking you guys, I remember your dad just breaking down his whole concept of y'all. Y'all was in first grade playing against fifth grade teams, and it was like them first couple years y'all was getting whooped on. But then it came to a point where Young Hustle was the team to beat throughout the entire country. So it's like, shout out to those two for really shaping you guys. And then when I met y'all and I really got an opportunity to train y'all when y'all got about 6th grade, we knew the sky was the limit because we put together a perfect thing for you guys. So, you know, what's your favorite sport? Matter of fact, what is your favorite sport out of all of them?
It depends on the season mostly, but I got to say right now probably football.
Okay. Why football?
Cause I just been playing my whole life. It's like football is in me. Like my dad played it, my brother played it, and then like all the time that I put in, it just like it came to life last year. Like when I got to like start and like play under those lights, it was like a feeling I never felt before.
Yeah, it was love, man. Like, you know, I don't think people understand how much of a blessing it is to be around you guys. You know, multiple parents, your dad, me and you standing on the sideline, and your dad taking the picture of me standing with you on the sideline. Like, just the forethought of just for him to understand how big a thing that is just to us. We've been taught, like, I got video of you and Dale in my gym. You know what I mean? Like, Dale was telling the story about that Christmas break where you was working out with me and you came in, like you're 5, 6 years old. I think you were 6 or 7 years old, and you come in and I'm so used to you being a trained athlete, I'm looking at you like I look at any other athlete. And I remember one morning you came in and you were just like, Coach, I can't do it today. And I'm just like, I'm looking at you and I'm just like, and I'm getting ready to say what I would say to any athlete, like, well, you got to suck it up. And then it hit me like, this dude is 7 years old. You remember, I'm like, man, go lay down in the office, man. Just go take a nap. I ain't gonna tell you that. But it was like, you've been doing this for a long time, man. And it's like, to watch you last year on the football field, like I always looked at you as a 3-sport athlete. But I just remember watching you last year being like, oh, this kid can really play football. Like, and there's something about football when you're an outstanding basketball player, you can shoot 1,000 jumpers in the next 3 days and go in your game on Saturday and not make a shot. But if you take 1,000 perfect reps on the football field, you won't know how to do it wrong. And I think that's the one thing about me, that I love basketball, but football was just that sport where I'm like, if I do this right, I'm gonna do it right in the game. You know what I mean? It's just like, if I take my reps perfectly, I won't be able to do it wrong in the game. Nothing is going to take my mind off anything but doing this rep correctly. And that's what I love about football. And that's what I loved about track too, is I controlled it all. Like I was the one that, you know, but football, I can definitely see that being your sport because you're a standout, dude. Like you are excellent DB. And you know, me, of course, I would love to see you returning to football and, you know, trying to slide on the offense, because it's crazy. watching you grow up playing sports that you're only playing one way. But that's just the way our team is made up. I really feel like you can help us on the offensive side, but I don't want to, of course, not trying to disrespect our offensive coordinator, our defensive coordinator, but I just feel like you and Donovan are great two-way players, three-way players at that. So just keep up and just keep trying to improve on the little things, because those are the things that make the sport a lot easier when you get into tougher competition. You know what I mean? All right, let me think. I got a couple questions on here, because I feel like you answering this question, because I've seen so many things nowadays where kids are only playing one sport, and I look at it and I go, well, that kid is not even a standout in that one sport. So you might as well play 3 sports and give yourself more options. How do playing multiple sports help you improve overall as an athlete?
Yeah, that's a good one. So like, I'll probably say, since I play DB, like I feel like guarding somebody on a basketball court is easier, because they can't leave without the ball.
Yes.
So if I'm gonna guard them running full speed down the field, it's gonna be way easier than I have to like worry about having a ball and me being able to steal it.
Yes.
And also with track, like just running every single day, getting faster, stronger, like more explosive. Definitely is gonna help me with all my sports.
For sure. And endurance at that, because you run the 300. And that's crazy. Now, I'm just going to say this, because shout out to Mariah. You're not even the best 300 hurdler in your house yet. You get what I'm saying? So how do you feel about that? Like, how does that make you feel when every day you come in and you got to see Mariah Barnes with the 300 hurdles record? How does that make you feel?
Yeah, that's definitely one thing I am chasing right now. Just like, not like kind of like a rivalry. Like I'm priding myself on being the best athlete in my family. So like seeing her, like my brother, and like her accomplishments makes me want to be better.
Yeah, no doubt. And it's so funny, like, because I got a chance to come to a few games, and watching her fight back the feeling of being her dad on the sideline when you play. She just be, this is like, you can just see her like, whoo, I'm not going to do it, Major. I'm not going to do it. I know I want to do it, but I'm not going to do it. But it's like, like Mariah, it's like you remind me of Mariah a lot your sophomore year. And when, I always look at that run that she made her sophomore year to the state championship. And it's like, I bring her up because your brother Momo, I feel like if he would have played football, he would still be playing football. He was really that good. Yeah. But then it's like, he was so good in track and so good in cross country. It's just like being the baby of the family, and you're coming behind them too. Like that has to be that's tough. Like that, it's just like, what is that like? What is that like? Being with having those two as your older siblings in the house, knowing that you really have no excuses that you can use when you walk in the house.
Yeah, it's just like something that like I kind of got to live up to, like going into school, and then like people know my dad, my sister, my brother, but I want them to like know me for me.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like I want to have like my name on the wall, on a plaque.
Facts.
I want to be like have records, and this makes me like have to go 10 times harder, not to be over them, but like be with them.
Man, look, you're a competitor. Listen, you're a competitor. Say it how you want to say it. Yeah. Say it how you want to say it. So when y'all 30-something years old, you can be like, well, you didn't do what I did. I know you were good, but you weren't as good as me. Because I got I got the females in my family. People look at me as this great athlete, but the females in my family to me are amazing. Like they were soccer players and basketball players and softball players and rugby players. They were amazing. And it's like they had a younger brother. He was an all-state receiver, first-team all-state receiver, went and played in college for 4 years. But it's like, I know what it's like for you. Like, it was like to know that you're really not going to be crowned until you graduate, that has to be very motivating. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? It has to be very motivating. And I would just say, just keep pushing, man. Like, just keep pushing. And I'm always going to be around. And of course you got your dad, and of course you got the support group, but it's more about setting a goal and really being like, no, I want to be the one. I want, like, I know y'all made a name for yourself, but I want to be the one where they like, oh, Mariah, that's Major's sister. You know, Mama, you Major. Like, that's what you want. Ain't nothing wrong with that. And honestly, that's what they want for you too. You get what I'm saying? They want you. Because you come from a family of competitors. Like, they compete at the highest level from the time they were freshmen all the way through the time they graduated. So it's like, I'm not trying to rush you. And I don't want, like, you're going into your junior year. I say it all the time. You were able to steal a year. You had one of the best sophomore years I've seen in a long time as a 3-sport athlete. You know what I mean? So it's like, what are some of the biggest challenges you face being a multi-sport athlete, and how do you overcome them?
I'll probably say, like, now, overworking myself, like having, like, coming fresh off of football season, going into basketball, and then people still, like, expecting me to be, like, one of the best.
Yeah.
And the same thing with track. Like, I'm done with basketball season, I'm getting out of playoffs, and then I have to go straight into track, and then still, like, have to perform at my highest. Like, I can't have no excuse and be like, oh, I just came from basketball.
Ain't no
nobody's
excuse.
gonna care about that.
No, nobody. I'm glad you realized that, because nobody cares, and that's just part of being an athlete. And as you're going into your junior year, it won't be so bad this year, and it won't be so bad your senior year. But it's tough, like, especially if you acquire some injuries. Like me, I had turf toe coming out of my sophomore year of football. Although I had a great year, first team all conference, first team all district, region, and honorable mention all state, all of those things. But I still had turf toe. But I'm trying to go start on the basketball team, so it's like they've already been practicing for a week, and you come in with, it's like my toe was almost to the point where they wanted to put me in a boot, but it's like I can't, because I got to go start, and I got to go win this job, and then it's like it's an uphill battle for the next month just trying to get on the court, So I understand that, but it's more about doing like you've been doing. When it's football, you're preparing yourself for basketball. When it's basketball, you're preparing yourself for track. And when it's summertime, you're doing, like, most people don't realize you do a great job at the 7-on-7, and then your dad takes you right from the 7-on-7 to Bowling Green. Like, you get what I'm saying? To play basketball. That takes a lot. You got to be a certain type of person to do that. And the one thing I want to do for you guys is speak to that dogness in y'all. You get what I'm saying? Like, in so many ways, I feel like as athletes, we don't ever just big people up. Like, we don't never just say it, but you're blessed, because guess who's going to big you up no matter if nobody does? You. No, not even me. I'm definitely going to big you up. But your dad is going to big you up no matter what. No matter what he say to you, look, so whatever he's saying to you in the car on the way home, what we see is a completely different thing. He's supposed to be like that to you. You get what I'm saying? Your mom, your family. But me, I'm always going to big you up, because, like I tell you, it's just a joy to have y'all out there. Like, and I say it every time around y'all. Y'all don't understand how much this means to me. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I love it. I absolutely love that. I watch y'all. I watch groups of kids way older than y'all, like your older brother. I watch all of them, and I never got a chance to train and coach and be around them. And I'm blessed with this situation in Kentwood where I'm actually y'all coach. And I'm, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy to me. It's like, you know how many kids I wish I could have coached them? And I'm talking about going 15 years back. But it's like, you guys got something special. You know what I mean? And you guys got a 2030 class that's coming up. Just keep trying to figure out how to lead and inspire people, because at the end of the day, you guys will have so much help even when you're in your senior year. These classes that are coming up, we have an opportunity to really go on a run with Coach Spence. We got the best coach in Michigan. I mean, if we're going to be honest, probably the best coach in Michigan in the last 10 years. We have an opportunity to do something special. And I'm just glad that it's cats like you that have been all over the United States, all over, competing at the highest level, making a name for yourself. You've already made a name for yourself more than most people will ever make in a lifetime. It's just about figuring out how to bring those people up with you. That makes sense to you?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it again. I'm just proud of you, dude, because I know how hard it was for y'all last year. I know what it's like for people to be talking about the DBs and people going crazy on the DBs because they acted like we lost the game, but they never understood that you guys were literally babies out there. You guys went from Sesame Street to calculus in a couple weeks. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to our team, it's very comforting to know that you guys got that year of experience and now we're back. You know what I'm saying? We're back with you guys as the leaders and learning to be how to lead by example, if that makes any sense to you.
Yeah.
So how do you stay motivated during the busy seasons?
It just like having my goal. And just having like making small goals, like for football, I'm trying to get a certain amount of tackles a game. I'm trying to like get 5 or 6 tackles a game, and then just like I have my end goal, obviously going D1, being able to like better myself and my parents.
Yeah.
But it just like having something that I'm chasing, I'm going after, like knowing if I miss a rep, somebody else is getting a rep, and like trying to become better than me.
Yeah, for sure. Now, did any athletes or family members or coaches inspire you to pursue multiple sports?
But you say that again?
Did any athletes or coaches, it could have been your mom, could have been your dad, did any of those people inspire you to pursue multiple sports?
Yeah, definitely. I remember when I was like 2 or 3, I used to go in the mornings to the YMCA with my brother and my sister, and they had like a little mini room, and I just wanted to be like, I'd probably say my sister and my brother right now, because I would just go there and then see them work, and then I wanted to be like them. I was trying to be better than them.
Yeah.
So then I just feel like they inspired me, and then like it just like kind of made me where I am today. Just like having that competitive edge to be better than them.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'll tell a quick story of Major. When Major was like first grade, his older brother Momo was training with my older son Damien. And it was funny because Major had on his helmet and his shoulder pads. It was like the middle of the summer. And it was like, I'm teaching them how to fast turn and slow turn. And then I started doing they started running routes against each other. So I'm like, look, if you out here, you're going to get it. And then Major jumps out there and he's doing exactly what the technique, he's doing the fast turn, he's doing the man turn and all that. And Major was just locking them boys down, and it was just like, and I remember telling your dad, like, we got us a real DB. So it's like, but it was like you had an older brother that didn't shun you. He always let you tag along. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, it's understandable that they are your inspiration because they are great athletes. You get what I'm saying? They mean a lot to the fabric of Kentwood in the last 10 years. You get what I'm saying? So that was a great inspiration to have for sure. So what advice would you give other students who want to participate in multiple sports?
Do it. Just find something that you really love and like have options. And don't just like, you can do one sport and be like really good at it, but like I feel like playing multiple sports gives you like me more options. It gives me more something to fall back on.
Yep. Like I totally agree.
I'm not like putting too much pressure on myself if I don't do good in one game, because I know I'm still gonna have like
more options.
More opportunities.
Yes, that makes sense. And you know, as a 3-sport athlete myself, all through high school, that's very true. It's like I never really fell in love with one sport because I was so competitive. And it was like I come from an area where you pretty much grow up playing against the same people. So like my man Scott Fralick, he's from Cuyahoga Falls. We played our first football game like when I was 8 years old. My first football game was against him. You know, we get to our senior year. I didn't play my senior year, but I'm still playing against that same dude. So it was like I used to train like basketball season. I would go outside in the road at 10 o'clock at night. Why? Because all these dudes is getting ready to go to sleep, and I got to find the edge because these dudes are hoopers, and you know what I mean? So it's just like, it's like when it comes to being a multi-sport athlete, I just feel like, to me, it's almost impossible to only think about playing one sport.
Yeah.
Because you can feel the benefit of each sport. Like, I can see the way your hips move in football and attribute that to how you play basketball. You get what I'm saying? Being a dude that'll lock somebody up 94 feet. I can see how your speed has increased from this year, from last year to this year, just by watching you, understanding that you're a 300 hurdle runner. Like, that's where that DV, that's where that safety, long speed, that over the top speed comes from. You know what I mean? So it's like, I wish every kid would understand, like, you don't have to play the major sports. You can play rugby, you can play baseball, but it just makes so much more sense because my son said it. My son was a 3-sport athlete, and he didn't play basketball his senior year, and he regrets it to this day. Like, you don't think about it then because you're just tired. You just want to break. But then when you don't, you realize, like, man, I left a lot on the table when it comes to that. So I appreciate that answer. So, do you see yourself taking on a leadership role in any of your sports this year?
I think football is definitely a major step. Kind of like I was saying about the defense. I think I've come in that role because playing for Coach Spence, he's a state championship winning coach, and he expects a lot out of me. You expect a lot out of me. My dad expects a lot out of me. My teammates expect a lot of me. But I want to expect a lot of myself. I want to be the example.
Yeah,
so, like, I remember last year, I'm looking up to, like, Gabe, and Gabe got hurt, and that kind of gave me my opportunity. But I still looked up to Gabe. I still wanted to be like Gabe.
Yep. Shout out to Gabe because is Gabe going to Calvin?
He's going to Hope.
Hope, my bad. And that's off of injuring itself. You know what I mean? That's dope.
Yeah. So then I just want to, like, be that example for, like, an underclassman to see me play, and they're like, oh, I want to be like Major, and then just, like, so they can, like, so I can, like, carry on my legacy.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. It means so much. And you're young now, and you don't have a lot of experience when it comes to people younger than you, but it means something that when you graduate and go on, and kids have your mentality. Like, when I look back at my high school after I graduated, we had a lot of standout players. And their mentality was shaped by myself and the teammates that I had because we would take them along. We wanted them to want to be like us. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that's a great goal to have. I think, like I was saying to you off camera, you know, I think that the biggest thing for you is to be that leader by example. I wasn't a vocal leader, but I made plays, and people gonna follow you if you make plays. You know what I mean? So just setting those little goals, like, you know, people forget that playing DB is about tackling too. You get what I'm saying? Like, playing DB is not just about getting picks, although that's the easiest way to get your name known, but you are for sure a tackler. You get what I'm saying? Like, I challenge you to be more of a ball hawk this year. You get what I'm saying? Always be where you need to be, because if you ain't where you need to be, you need to focus on getting to the receiver. But focus on being a ball hawk, because if you would have had 4 picks last year, I guarantee you would have been an all conference. You get what I'm saying? Like, I know for a fact, because sometimes all they look at is interceptions. You know what I mean? Like, or how many turnovers did he have? It's more about being a well-rounded player, focusing more on, I want you to focus more and be a leader on special teams as well. I need you to be a standout there. You get what I'm saying? And making yourself available, getting them hands together just in case we need you on the offense. You seen what happened to the defense last year where we had all these injuries. You never know when it comes to football. So we got to make sure you're still well-rounded. You grew up playing quarterback, so I know you can play offense. You know what I mean? Last question. As a multi-sport athlete, how do you build relationships with teammates across different teams?
I think, like, my relationships with my teammates make me want to play that sport. Like, I've been growing up with, like, Dallas, Steph, Donovan, Bryce, Austin, Kenneth. Those are my guys. So, like, I think playing with them makes the sport, like, more enjoyable. Like, I know that, like, we all have the same goal. Yeah. And, like, surrounding myself with a good group like that, like, makes me want to, like, work harder. Like, I'm not trying to, like, be better than, like, kind of, like, have, like, a rivalry. Like, I'm trying to beat you in this rep. Yeah. And then if he gets me, I'm still trying to come back right at. Like,
no doubt. Y'all boys do compete. And just in case y'all was wondering, he's talking about the TikTok gang. These are the TikTok tacklers. That's what they are before game day. You know what I mean? Like, so it's like, I love seeing y'all. Like, I seen y'all yesterday. I'm going to have all y'all on, and like I said, create a platform for y'all to show y'all's personality, you know what I mean, and start like a little TikTok corner or something. I don't know. But I appreciate you coming on, Major. This won't be the last time. if anything, I can help you guys get media trained for the future. You get what I'm saying? So the biggest thing, man, I'm proud of you. I'm going to keep saying it. I don't get a chance to be around y'all like I was every day last year, but trust me, I'm coming. I'm always lurking, and a lot of times y'all don't even know that I'm watching y'all. So just keep up the good work, and I'm proud of you, man, because you're a great example to young men out here.